Hello everyone, I am Chase at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, giving you a closer look at the 5.5 and the 6.5 neck braces from Leatt. Alright, so today we're giving you a closer look at the 5.5 and the 6.5 neck braces coming from Leatt. This is a neck brace that I've spent a lot of hours in personally. So we're going to go through, talk about the features and the details of the neck brace. I'm also just going to give you some of my own personal feedback, answer some commonly asked questions that I get a lot when it comes to neck braces to help you know and decide if this is going to be your neck brace. Now before we get into that, just remember, with neck braces, fitment is crucial. It's very important that you get that right. So make sure when you're on the product page, look at the sizing guide. In Leatt's case, they're going to have you take a measurement around your chest. So take that circumference measurement. After that, they'll recommend a size for you. And that way you know you're getting the correct fitment. And also one thing that I do love about the 5.5 and 6.5 from Leatt is how much adjustability that you're getting with this neck brace. It definitely has the most adjustment of any neck brace that I have seen. That's a feature I really like. But remember, these aren't apparel item, which means if you buy this neck brace or any neck brace or apparel item that we sell at Rocky Mountain, we have our fit guarantee. So if you buy it, if you're not happy with the sizing or the fitment, send it back to us in brand new, unused condition. We want to make sure you get the size and fit correct, so we give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange. So with that out of the way, 5.5 and 6.5, the difference between the two is in the construction. With the 5.5, you've got a fiberglass reinforced polyamide frame or chassis, excuse me. With the 6.5, you're going to be a carbon fiber chassis. I've actually weighed these two myself. So with the 6.5, you are going to bump up in price, but you're going to save a little over 3 ounces in weight. So really, it's just going to come down to rider preference. Is it worth it to you to spend the extra money to have a neck brace that's a little bit lighter? Now, a little over 3 ounces doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you pick the two neck braces up next to each other, in my opinion, yes, you can feel that weight difference. So again, it just comes down to rider preference there. Now with this neck brace, so what's cool about Leatt is they were actually the first company to design a motorcycle specific neck brace. So that's one thing they have going for them. And a big claim that they have is that they say that this is a proven neck brace. They've had a lot of doctors test it, and they say that it's just proven to help mitigate and reduce forces to the rider's head and to the rider's neck. Now what they use is called their alternative path load technology. So the whole purpose of a neck brace when you're wearing it is to take the forces that would typically go from the rider's head or neck and disperse it through the neck brace and then into the rider's body. And that's why fitment is crucial, because you want to take that energy from the neck brace and then disperse it into the larger parts and the larger muscles of the body. So looking at it, one thing I really do enjoy about this, like I said earlier, is the fitment of the 5.5 and 6.5, something I think Leatt does really well. I just feel like it hugs the body well. It does a great job of staying in place. Now you'll notice here that on these sides, you have these tabs. You have collarbone cutouts, which I like to help protect the rider's collarbone. But you have these little tabs here that rest on the rider's shoulders. If you have a Leatt roost deflector, so obviously Leatt with their neck braces, their roost deflectors are going to be compatible, but with all the roost deflectors, they will actually have little tabs that sit on top called their brace on, and they'll just pop up and over these little tabs here to help secure the neck brace in place. If you don't have a Leatt roost deflector, they also do include this strap that will come included. So you'll actually just put these straps on, and what they do is actually just connect right here to these front chest mounts and then to the rear strut, and that will secure the neck brace in place. So there's a couple different options to help that stay in place. Fitment is really good with these. Now, talking about construction, like I said, you're gonna get a fiberglass polyamide chassis with the 5.5, carbon fiber with the 6.5. But looking at it here, a couple features I like. When you look at the front chest mounts here, like I said, they have a nice, large surface to them, so it feels good when you're wearing it. The thoracic strut, what I like about this is, one, it folds up, so it makes it really easy to store this. Also, this thoracic strut, it does have a breakaway point. In other words, if enough force is applied to this thoracic strut, it's designed to break away to help disperse that energy as much as possible. Now, the big feature I want to talk about with the Leatt, like I mentioned earlier, is how much adjustability that you're getting with this. So what they have is called their SureFit adjusters. So when you look at the thoracic strut and then you look at the front chest mount, you'll notice that underneath here you have this red tab. When I pop this red tab up, you'll notice that on the back you have 6 different locations that you can adjust this to. So I pop that red tab up. Once you've done that, you can actually just slide this whole strut, you can slide it back and forth. So you're gonna find that location that you feel works best for you to get the best fitment, and then you're just gonna take this tab, you're just gonna snap it into place, you're good to go, and then you're gonna do the same thing with the front. So you have 6 adjustment points in the rear strut, and with the front chest mount, same thing, you've got this red tab, You're gonna pop that up and you have 4 different locations that you can adjust that to. So overall, you have 10 different points of adjustability just with those SureFit adjusters. And then on top of that, when you look at this thoracic strut, so what's cool about it, you can see it's split down the middle, so it's gonna help keep as much distance away from the rider's spine as possible. But when I fold this in, you'll notice here that on the end, you have this rubber piece that comes over the top. So these are actually angle adjusters, and you're gonna have 4 of these that come included with the brace. So you can see I've got 3 here on the table. One's gonna come already installed, but what you can do is you can actually just pop these off. I'll take it off here. Pretty easy to do. So if you pop this off, harder to do when it's upside down. So pop that off, and then what you can do is just take a different one, slide it right up over the top, and by doing that, what it's actually doing is adjusting the angle that that strut is going to sit at. So if you want the strut to stay a little bit more vertical, a little bit farther out, you can just interchange those rubber pieces and you can adjust that. So like I said, a ton of adjustability that you're getting with this neck brace. As far as how to open and close it, it's really simple. On the right side here underneath, you have this tab. So if I press on this, that's going to allow it to open and close, so very easy to do. But also, in the event of an emergency, you want to be able to get the neck brace off the rider as easily as possible. So what they've actually designed this to do is come apart in 2 pieces. So you would undo this right side here like I just showed you, and then if you look at the left side here, you can see you've got this red screw. Well, you could just use a quarter, flathead screwdriver if you wanted to. Just give that a turn, and then that will allow you to disassemble this also from the left side. So that way you can pop the neck brace off in 2 separate pieces, get it off the rider's head safely. Now, a couple common questions that we get when it comes to neck braces is, well, one, does it hinder your range of motion? So for me personally, like I said, I spent a lot of hours in this neck brace. Here's my thoughts. When I'm wearing the neck brace and I'm off the bike and I'm just standing there with my helmet on, yes, I can feel it. It does hinder my range of motion. But what riders need to understand is that when you're on the bike and you're in that riding position, in other words, you're leaning forward, you're looking ahead, in that position, it doesn't hinder my range of motion whatsoever. I can tilt my head side to side. I can lean it forward and back. I have all the range of motion and more that I would ever need when I have the neck brace on, again, in that riding position. So if that's a concern or a factor that you've been considering is, will it hinder my range of motion? If you ask me, I think you're going to be just fine. So just keep that in mind when you're wearing this. And also, another feature that I really like about these, not only does it help disperse impact, and take away those forces from the rider's head and neck, I honestly think that whiplash is another big factor that you could consider picking up a neck brace. In fact, we have a rider here at Rocky Mountain not too long ago. He came up short on a jump. He had such bad whiplash that he had to go to the hospital. So in my personal opinion, I think a neck brace would have really helped mitigate the forces or the amount of damage that he did to his neck because of that whiplash, because it does range or limit that range of motion to the rider's head and neck. And there it is. That is the Leatt 5.5 and the 6.5 neck brace. If you guys have any other questions or comments, you can leave those below. And also remember that Leatt does have their 3.5 neck brace. If you want to check that out as well, lower price point. You're not going to have as much adjustability that we saw with the 5.5 and 6.5, but still a rock solid neck brace that's going to offer great protection. To pick yours up, it is real simple. Just click on the link at the end of this video. If you guys like this product spotlight, give it a thumbs up, get subscribed to our YouTube channel. That way you stay up to date on the latest gear guides, product reviews, and how-to videos that we're constantly filming. I am Chase. We'll see you on the trails.